Hey, it's Sunfruit Danny. So I wanted to give you all a warning about consuming spirulina and why I do not recommend consuming it at all unless it is grown in specific countries, because the majority of the world supply of spirulina around the whole entire world normally comes from China, and there is massive issues with radiation where this spirulina is grown, and other issues with the spirulina being highly toxic due to the environment that it is grown in and harvested from. So yeah, do not at all buy it from any supplier that says it's from China, and make sure you do your research into where your spirulina is coming from before you buy it. Or if you already have some spirulina, check out, see if it's made from China. If it is, throw it away, because it's going to have a whole host of negative effects on you, because these toxic substances in there are just really harmful to your mental and physical health holistically. And yeah, most people are obviously taking this because it's a very well-known superfood. It has one of the highest protein contents in the world. It's a very good source of iron and other nutrients as well that are very beneficial for people's health holistically. So yeah, you want to be making sure you're getting a very pure source of spirulina that is non-toxic, that is not from China, rather than taking something that's giving you some benefits but also making your body highly toxic at the same time. And from the research I've done, there is certain companies that grow it in India, such as Now Foods, but from the reviews that I've looked at online, people said it tasted really bad, like literally feces, and a lot of other people said this about other brands on the market as well. So from the research I've done, the country that you want to be getting it grown in ideally is Hawaii, because from the research I've done on the spirulina that is grown and harvested in these countries, it's one of the purest forms of spirulina that you can buy on the market that seems to have no toxicity issues. So the one that I use, I can't remember the brand off the top of my head because I've only just got it recently, but what I'm going to do is put a link down below for a company that can ship it worldwide to your door. And the brilliant thing about this brand, unlike most brands out there, it's also in a glass bottle rather than some aluminium lined container or some plastic container as well. So yeah, it's really good for the environment, and it's always better to have things in glass, because certain things that are in plastic packaging and metal containers can actually leach into the products, the toxic substances that are in these containers, and then you consume the product and it goes in your body, and again you're causing yourself a whole host of issues by putting toxic substances in there. And what I will say is, I have tried many different spirulinas over the years, and the majority of them do not taste or smell very good at all. And I am a person that does not like things that taste like the sea or that remind me of things that come from the sea as well. But from what I read online about this specific spirulina before I bought it, was people saying it tasted absolutely amazing compared to all of the other brands that they had tried on the market. So this was one of the reasons I bought it, alongside it being grown in Hawaii and being a non-toxic spirulina that is on the market, that is of super high quality. And I found, since I've been consuming it and adding it to my daily fruit green smoothies, it makes the smoothie taste amazing, and I love it, and my body is literally craving it every single day now. So it's making me feel amazing mentally and physically, holistically as well. And I bought it more specifically for the iron content, because yeah, as a full-time calisthenics athlete, and I'm very busy and I have a lot of stress in my life, my iron levels get depleted a lot more than other people. So I really need to make sure that I have as much iron in my diet to give me the most optimal state of health, short term and long term as well. And so many people out there suffer with iron deficiencies on vegan diets, on non-vegan diets, on all different types of diets, because a lot of people think that it's just an issue on a vegan diet, but so many foods that are plant-based and in their whole form are very rich in iron. So you do not need to be concerned about that at all, unless you're not consuming a lot of iron rich foods on a regular basis. And you also want to be making sure, when you are consuming things such as green leafy vegetables and other plant-based whole foods that contain iron, to really absorb the iron, you want to be combining it with something that contains vitamin C to make sure that you fully absorb it and utilize the iron specifically. And I personally would recommend spirulina to anyone that wants to get the most micronutrients into their diet, because people are so chronically deficient in today's world due to eating processed foods that are void of nutrients, due to thoroughly cooking food which actually destroys a lot of nutrients as well, and due to the way most foods are grown. If they're plant-based, they're grown in depleted soils, normally in monocultures. They're over harvested, they're using a lot of pesticides on them, glyphosates as well, which robs nutrients from the plant. So yeah, if you compare like plant-based food compared to about 50 years ago, the nutrient levels are a lot lower than they used to be. I think oranges have about 8 times less vitamin C than they used to many years ago. So we need to be adding in certain nutrient dense foods such as spirulina on a regular basis to make sure that our mind and body are getting the nutrients to function to the best of their ability, and for us to increase our longevity and our vitality, and for our cognitive function to just be the best that it possibly can be. And for me personally, I'm consuming around 1.5 teaspoons a day, and I will start slowly increasing it up to about a tablespoon a day, because yeah, the more I consume, the greater benefits it's going to give me for my health, because it's obviously going to give me a lot more of those beneficial nutrients, so I can feel the best in my every single day. But I will say, if you're consuming spirulina, do not consume it alongside any B12 containing foods or supplements, because the spirulina contains an analog of B12 which stops you absorbing B12 from other foods when consumed alongside it. So make sure that you consume your B12 containing foods or supplements hours away from taking spirulina, otherwise you're not going to absorb and utilize them. And a B12 deficiency is very common amongst many people across the globe, and it has a whole host of negative effects on people's health holistically, and if it's left too long it can cause irreversible neurological and nerve damage as well. So it's something to not be messed around with. And it seems that many people, again, even on a meat eating diet and a vegan diet, have a B12 deficiency. So it's not just a vegan issue, unlike a lot of myths that are shared around the world, more so on the internet and by other certain teachers, saying that yeah, vegans are more susceptible for B12 deficiencies, because yeah, it's not true at all. So yeah, that is it for this video. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I get back as soon as possible. If you like the video, like it down below, give us a thumbs up, and please share this video with anyone that you think needs to be warned about toxic spirulina that is sold in China, that is possibly having a negative effect on their health if they're already consuming it, or yeah, just to warn them in case they want to buy any in the future, and you want to make sure that they're buying a pure form that is non-toxic, that actually improve their health rather than affect it in a negative way. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below to receive a lot more health videos from me on a regular basis, to teach you about so many different subjects on health, so you can go in the direction of incorporating so many things into your healthy lifestyle to overcome sickness and disease within your mind and body holistically in the most cheap, safe and a natural and effective ways possible. And down below, and you click the bell notification button next to the subscribe button, otherwise you'll not be notified of when new videos are uploaded, and I have new ones coming every single day. So as always, stay happy, stay healthy and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.